Hey guys, Enter the Stars. This is going to be a short show, but I wanted to document what just happened to the Arecibo radio telescope 2 days after we did a video about the Arecibo telescope. Now, many people will admit that it's very random. Like, why did we do a video on the Arecibo telescope 2 days ago? 2 days before this happened to the telescope. Well, I got a tip from a subscriber who had mentioned that Janus, the two-faced god, which was what we did the live show on this morning, that he appeared in the James Bond film GoldenEye. And in that GoldenEye decode that we did, we featured the Arecibo telescope. Here it is here, so you can see with your own eyes. I spy a Trump Janus Gemini GoldenEye. This video is up to about 6,000 views, and we aired this on August 8th. Then just an hour ago, mainstream news reported, and I didn't know this when we did the live show this morning, but just an hour ago, as you can see here, 57 minutes ago, this story broke. They're saying that this telescope was damaged by a cable that broke, and it opened this huge gash in the side of the telescope. Look at this. And if you look at the scale of how this works here, let's make this a little bit bigger. This is simply unbelievable. Now, for those of you that come to this channel, you understand this isn't something new on this channel where we start talking about something and then things happen. And this isn't bragging. This is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit starts revealing these things to us. And if you live in God's will and you follow his direction, whether that be through a subscriber or through someone else that this information is shared with, then all of a sudden you're in the will of God, and the things that are being revealed are the things that he wants revealed. Well, here it is right here. You can't make this up. There's no way I could have known this was going to happen except through the will of God. Let's read a little bit about what happened here. Arecibo radio telescope damaged by cable break. August 11th, that's today, 2020. Now, the break actually happened on the 10th, but again, it wasn't reported until now, and we did the video on the 8th, which predated the break, the actual break, by 2 days. This is the view beneath the Arecibo radio telescope dish. Shows the damage caused when a support cable failed. One of the auxiliary cables that helps support a metal platform in place above the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico broke on Monday, August 10th, causing a 100-foot long gash on the telescope's reflector dish. Now, we just talked about this morning, about how this dish was the inverted shape of the Earth. Instead of it being concave, I believe the Earth is a mound or convex. So it slopes over instead of under. And for the most part is relatively flat, but there is a slight mound to it, and water still does settle relatively flat, is my belief system, which mimics what we'd see in the inner eye anatomy. And that's a whole nother story with the Body Code series, but it's almost as if this happened supernaturally. Now, this is a 100-foot gash on the reflector dish. Operations at the UCF managed observatory are stopped until repairs can be made. The break occurred at 2:45 a.m. when the 3-inch cable fell. It also damaged about 6 to 8 panels in the Gregorian dome, is what they call it. The Gregorian, isn't that cryptic? And twisted the platform used to access the dome. It is not yet clear what caused the cable to break. We have a team of experts assessing the situation. Our focus is assuring the safety of our staff, protecting the facilities and equipment. Now, that hurricane, Isaias, blew through here, but this did not break as a result of the hurricane. I mean, it could have been damaged, I suppose, but this actually happened after the hurricane blew through. So, Arecibo is front and center on the world stage now because of this cable break. It says here the facility has endured many hurricanes, tropical storms, and earthquakes since it was built 50 years ago. Repairs from Hurricane Maria in 2017 are ongoing. Now, this isn't the first time that it has experienced damage from natural disasters and things and such. But I thought this was interesting. I wanted to report this to you guys today. A subscriber actually brought this to my attention. I didn't even know about the story until I was reading through my comments on my video. And I got a couple other things in reference to this morning show. If you were able to make this morning show, we were talking about Janus, the two-faced god, and someone mentioned this coin that was minted in Israel and how this is actually Cyrus, but it does depict dual faces, two faces. And I think this is relevant to the Janus story, the archetype that we just uncovered this morning. If you haven't seen that live show, it's on its way to going viral. I think we had almost 1,000 people watching that show this morning, and it's almost up to 10 or 12,000 views as we speak now. So very important information about proof that Trump is the Janus archetype and somehow is channeling this Janus spirit. Now, here's more confirmation about this Janus spirit, because remember we talked about the number 66. Well, here's the NASA Science Solar System exploration, and in the year 1966 is when they discovered a moon of Saturn and named it Janus. So there's another 66 confirmation for you. For those that are still in doubt about this number 66, we also had Trump proclaiming on the 66th day of the year this key, right? This was, let's look this up real quick. Key, Trump, March 7th. I want to show you this real quick. Just dot all the I's, cross all the T's. So Trump appeared in the election and he was holding this key. This was right around March. It was actually on March 7th. And there it is here, local news. This was March 7th, and March 7th just so happens to be the 66th day of the year, which I believe is why he decided to show this key, linking back into Janus, who is the god that holds the key. He is the god of borders, of walls, of time. This one's that has a different date on it. Why'd they change the date on that? Anyway, this was March 7th. So I wanted to just show you guys that. And is there anything else I wanted to show you before we finished up here? I think that's about it. I will be decoding. This is new. Be Rich sent this to me. It's called In Shadow, a Modern Odyssey animated short film. And this thing is full. It's almost like an iPet Goat 3, you could call it. It has nothing to do with iPet Goat 2, but it is that type of animated film. It's 13 minutes long, and it basically reveals everything that the elite are doing to us. There's a guy sitting in a desk with hot dogs and pizza in a picture frame and art. So we'll probably break this down at a certain point, either the end of this week or next week, because this is a very important animated film. And look at this, came out in 2017. That's very interesting. So definitely something to take a look at. All right. That's about it. That's what I wanted to show you guys today. We'll be back on here tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. I love each and every one of you. Take care and be safe, you guys.